Okay, and we have just one more, which is sign up for newsletter. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to copy this text right here and paste it into the component name. And we're going to make this a single checkbox. But to do this, we're going to use the same option that we did for our experience level, select options. We're not going to make this mandatory. And let's go ahead and click add. You can probably figure out how to do this pretty quickly at this point. There are two things that we'll need to do. The first is to hide the label. Let's go ahead and jump over to the mockup and take a look. So we're editing this item right here. And notice that we don't have a label, so we should hide that. And we have a single option that's a checkbox, meaning that it's optional. Someone can either turn it on or turn it off. We've already selected for it to be non-mandatory, so let's go ahead and take care of the label and take care of the option. Go ahead and jump back to your browser. Let's scroll down. We've already set up the label. The field key was set up for us. We are not going to put a default value or description at this point. Scroll down a little bit more. This is not going to be a multiple option. There's just going to be a single option. And let's go ahead and specify our option. So note that we have a key on the left-hand side that uses some underscores in order to separate the words, and it's all lowercase. And then we have the value that's going to display next to the checkbox here. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. We're not going to have any validation, and we also need to hide the component title. So let's go ahead and check this and submit it. Okay, so we should have a pretty functioning web form at this point. Let's go ahead and click View in order to take a look. Okay, let's scroll down so we can see the whole thing. Okay, so we have our name, we have our email, our experience level, and if we take a look at the options here, we have basic, intermediate, and advanced. Good. We have our comments, and we have our sign up for newsletter, though it's a radio button instead of a checkbox. And the downside to this is that once we check it, it's not possible to uncheck it again. So we need to switch this over to a checkbox. And to do this, we kind of need to trigger a property of this input that seems a little counterintuitive. That multiple option, where we can select multiple for, say, a select box. In terms of a select box, it would make a whole lot of sense to allow multiple selections. For this, we only have one option, so to enable multiple seems a little strange, but this is a workaround. Because radio buttons are for single selections, and checkboxes allow for multiple selections, we can turn it on in order to make this a checkbox. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to scroll up to the tabs here and click Webform. And we're going to edit this input here, sign up for newsletter. Just going to click Edit. I'm going to scroll down to where you see multiple. And let's go ahead and check this. Save it. And let's view again. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, now we have our checkbox.